Hey, what's up, guys? This is Show. Hey, I've been telling you guys about Lady L's chain that it's pretty screwed up and her sprockets are worn out and all that good stuff. And we finally got what we needed. I don't know if it's going to come out here. The camera's really low on battery power here, so I'm going to try to charge it in between steps that I do here. It's just going to be a real quick, real fast video on replacing your sprockets and chains. I'm kind of a lazy guy, really, so I'm not going to get into any great details. If you look at Dark Flight's videos on doing it, it'll give you some really excellent details on how to do your bike. This here is a 2009 R6, and we're gonna get ready to do it. I've already kind of taken about 15-20 minutes to prep, so I've loosened stuff up, and those are the tools that I used right there so far. I didn't really use the block of wood method for the wheel. You'll see that on Dark Flight's video. I didn't really do that because I didn't need to, because I got a pretty strong impact here, and I don't know if you can see that line going all the way across to the garage over to the compressor. It's a pretty good sized compressor, so it gives me plenty of torque on that little thing, so I was able to buzz everything off real fast. So hopefully the battery lasts long enough on this drift. Otherwise I'm going to try to charge it right now here in a second. But really all I did was, and mine's just kind of customized, so I don't have a cover on it for the sprocket there, so I really don't have to take that off because it's already gone and kind of modified. Yours might be a little bit different, but all I did really was just loosen this up here to get this to where I can move it around a little bit, take off the bolt here for the shift linkage, slide it out of the way just to give me a little bit of access. I've already got the nut loosened up, which again was fairly easy with the impact gun I was using. I did have to take that little tab. I don't know if you can see it, but I had to take the little tabs off right there. Kind of a little bit different from some of the other bikes, but it was fairly easy to get off. I've already got the axle loosened up. I've already got the bolts loosened up here, or the nuts, so that's loose. So I'm just gonna get the chain, cut it off, and then go from there, and then I'll be back here with you guys in a second for the install. Thank you guys. Alright guys, we're back about 1 minute later, and as you can see, I've got the chain cut off because this jumped, so I don't need to save it or do anything with it. So it's a lot faster than using the tool to grind it off. You can use a hacksaw, you can use a tool, to take it apart and break it correctly or anything. But like I said, I'm kind of lazy, so I'm just doing it the fast way. So anyways, I'll get back with you guys here in a second and show you where I'm at. Alrighty guys. I'm out here in the backyard in our little bike wash area. I'll show you what that looks like right now. Something like that. And the reason I'm back here is because I've got all that crap to clean out from in there. And I'm pretty lazy, as I said. So I just want to be able to squirt some of this crap on there, let it soak in for a few minutes, hose it all down, dry the bike off, be good to go to put it all back together. That's why I'm kind of taking this shortcut, and I brought the bike out here. Be back with you in a few minutes. As you can see, look at all that crap coming out. This stuff's good stuff. Put a little bit of water on it to cut it so it's not so strong. And then just kind of squirt the hell out of it to get it to break all that gunk and grease and wax and everything that's up in there. Results may vary. Alright guys, I'm back. I got it all nice and clean. It's getting dark. I got the lights on in the garage, but I don't know if you can see it. But hopefully you can. The battery's still holding up on the drift. I'm plugging it in every time I stop and let it try to charge up a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is go back together with everything. Again, I'm kind of doing it my own way. I rarely ever do anything the exact technical way. I'm going to go ahead and drop the wheel so I can get the sprocket off and finish taking the nuts off. One of the things that I do to try to help me a little bit is I take and I squeeze the piston a little bit here to get this nice and loose. Spread the brake shoes a little bit, being careful not to overflow the reservoir. Keep an eye on that, but it just makes it a little bit easier for me. And now I'm going to go ahead and drop the wheel and get that rear sprocket off, and then we'll start putting the front sprocket on, and then I'll worry about what I think might be the tough part for me, and that's the chain. Alrighty, we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, hopefully it's not too dark in here, but it's a couple minutes later. As you can see, I got my sprocket off. It's sitting over here by the chain and the front sprocket, without really doing a whole lot other than just kind of sliding that back a little bit and getting it off. Again, don't try this at home. I mean, if you don't have a little mechanical aptitude, you're not comfortable with this kind of stuff, don't do it. Leave it to a professional, because this is, and I'm not a professional, believe me, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm just comfortable with what I'm doing on my bikes and stuff, but you may not. So, you know, this is just for entertainment purposes. But anyways, so I got the front one on, kind of hand tightened it. Still a little bit loose, but anyways, we're getting it together. And then I'll come back in another couple minutes and show you where I'm at. Okie doke, a couple minutes later, we got the wheel back on. Just block the wood out of the way. Got the wheel back on, got the axle in. This is still loose though, as you can see. The nuts are just kind of hand tight on there. I got the axle nut on there. Now the issue here, oh, he's crazy, he's doing this, he's doing that. No big deal. Go ahead and pump your brakes a couple times. Like brand new. With a lot less effort. But like I say, don't try this at home. If you know what you're doing or been doing it a while and you're kind of comfortable with it and you know you're into these quick repairs and you know how everything's coming out, then you're cool. Otherwise, don't do it. Let a professional do it. Let a guy that's been doing it a couple years, or you know, watch a good video. And you know, if you can, it's like the dark flight video I was telling you about earlier, that tells you step by step exactly how to do it the right way. I'm just kind of jerry rigging it because that's kind of what I'm used to. But anyways, I'll bring you guys back here in another second and show you a little bit more progress. Alrighty, that was interesting. Looks like we got it cut to length. Hopefully it's the right length. Oh my gosh, it looks off. Well, I can't count very well, but hopefully I counted the right amount of links and kind of used a chicken shit method to do it. But hey, when you don't got nothing else, you got to be creative, right? Again, I don't recommend you doing this. Shoot, man, it looks dark as hell on the video. Anyways, hopefully you can see. Let me back up a little bit. Well, it's kind of hard for me to see. But anyways, chain's on. Starting to look like a bike again. But I got to put the master link on, and then I got to do the adjustments and make sure everything's torqued down properly and whatnot. I'm getting tired of taking these gloves off, so I'm just going to go ahead and fly through and then show you the finished product. Alrighty, it's beer 30 time. Okey-doke. We got her all done. Got her all put together. I'm going to test ride it tomorrow. About the only thing that I did use the block of wood technique for was for torquing down the sprocket and the chain wheel. And even then, because I discovered that with not taking the wheel off all the way, I can't get to all the nuts. So I ended up having to put the bike on the ground and just kind of roll it and do 2 or 3 at a time until I went all the way around. No big deal. But I did save a lot of time with the brakes and all that other stuff by doing it that way. So I don't know, maybe it was a wash, but I think I'm ahead by doing it the way I did it. Just to recap real quick, on this bike here, because I don't have the cover on it, I didn't have to remove it, but I did remove this one bolt just to get this out of the way a little bit to make it easier. Took the nut or the bolt off of here for the shift linkage. Oops, got to tighten that up some more. To get this out of the way, went ahead and spread the little tabs that are on 2 little notches there. Got my impact to knock that off. I only used the impact to take it off, not to put it on. That one came off fairly easy, so it was no big deal. Then I came back here, loosened up everything in the back, including the chain wheel. Oh yeah, I cut the chain. I didn't do it real nice. I just cut it real fast with some large bolt cutters just to get it the hell out of the way, because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time sawing it or grinding it or anything like that. And I don't have the tool, so it just made it easier for me. So I cut that, got it out of the way. Loosened up the axle. Oh yeah, and I came over here, kind of grabbed a hold of the brakes and kind of just, you know, shoved them over to spread them out a little bit to make it easier to get everything down. Then when you're done, you just pump the brakes a couple times and everything's back to normal. Anyways, so put the block of wood underneath the tire just to support it. It was at the right height. Got the chain was already off, so then I went ahead and took the axle out. Took the rest of the couple nuts that I had left on by hand. Took them loose because they were already pretty loose. Got the chain wheel out of the way. Put the new one back in, kind of put them all in there hand tight. Got the ratchet and tightened them up a little bit so they were snug. Kind of went in an alternating pattern, crisscross. But didn't torque anything down yet. Then I went ahead and put the, well actually I put the front sprocket on first because it was easiest. Got that as tight as I could, hand tight. Let's see, went and got the new chain out, had to cut a few links off of it. Cut that to size, got that put on, torqued everything down. I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but that's kind of pretty much it. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'll put links to Dark Flight's videos, because he actually has a way better way of doing it. The more correct way, mine's is just kind of half-assed, Mickey Mouse, just get it done real quick type of thing, which I don't recommend anybody do. I just do it just because I'm comfortable with it. But that's pretty much it. This is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see, because I think it's dark in here, even though I got all the lights on. But looks nice. You know, Lady L came and looked at it. She said it was good to go. So I'm going to take it for a test spin tomorrow, and then I'll clean everything up once I get some of the grease to fling off and whatnot. I'm not going to clean it up now because it's just going to get dirty again anyways. And I think that's it. If you got any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them. I'm not the best at responding on comments and stuff. After that, I apologize. But again, I make I'm not trying to hide nothing from you guys. I'm lazy as hell. I mean, I'm just lazy. And right now, I got to clean up and got to take care of some unfinished business with this Corona bottle. So you guys have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever it is. And again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, it was just run through real fast, take a couple hours to do it. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thanks for everything. See you later. Bye.